I bet you all thought I was done with these old fenders. Me too. You remember when I shaved that fuel door and I talked about how important it is to just kind of hang out and stare at your project for a while, and it'll tell you what it wants. So I was sitting here on old Mary Ellen looking at the fender that I just got done working on, and something just seemed like it was missing. I've never done this before, but I think I'm gonna fill this area right here. Just, to me, it looks unfinished. It's actually something that I've noticed on a lot of cars that I've built. I'm gonna take this one a little bit further, make that look a little bit more finished in there. Hope it works out. If not, it's only metal, right? Cut it up, figure it out later. First thing I gotta do is make some templates. Well, she definitely approved that. So I was digging around in my scrap box, found some pieces of a trailer fender. It's got a nice rolled edge on it. I'm thinking I can make them out of this, and that inside edge roll in like that, and that would give it a nice finished look in there, even though nobody's ever really gonna see it. But I know it's there. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Just looks finished. Whoa. You guys don't want to watch all that template making, do you? I think this is working out, guys. I think I'm gonna like that. And when I paint it, and I paint it all red, I was a little bit worried about it just being too much in there, almost too finished. But I figure if that's the case, I could just do a tape line and then do a black bed liner or something on the other side of it, so it'll appear that it has that factory red lip on it, and it'll just be blacked out, but it'll still be there. Kind of what I had in mind. Tack these on here, walk it back over to the truck and set the fender on and see what it looks like before I weld it up totally. Exactly what I had in mind. I like it. I'm happy with that. I think it's really gonna give it a more finished look, like I thought it through. Like maybe I did it on purpose. I aired the truck up off the ground, turned that wheel lock to lock, just by a hair, but it clears those little inner fenders I put in there. So green light, I'm gonna run with it. Standing here looking at this though, I really like this rear one, how I left that bend in it so it goes up and kind of disappears up in here, where the front, it just stops. There's a light gap in there. So I think I might want to redo that front one like this one, where it can kind of curve in, disappear up the fender. I almost just screwed that up. You see that? I almost cut this one exactly like the last one. This one needs to go up here. I'm not gonna weld up here yet, because right now the fender still has some flexibility. So I don't want to weld that until I actually bolt the fender to the truck, and then I can get up in there and weld that. That way I can still move it around to where it's supposed to be. I'd hate to weld this thing up into a shape it's not supposed to be in. Whoa. So I went in last night totally happy with this, but by this morning, not so much. I don't like how this is just 90 degrees and goes in. I do think it's gonna be a little too much if it was red, and if I were to do that tape line on it and black it out, I think it would look like an afterthought. So I have an idea. I'm actually gonna cut these back out and recess them in a little bit. So instead of just being a 90-degree corner right there, it'll actually kind of jog back a little bit. Give it a little bit of definition around the fender. So I'm gonna give that a shot. It's just the way it goes sometimes. It's one reason I don't go too crazy and totally finishing everything that I do as I'm doing it. Kind of jump around a little bit so I can sit on it for a while and look at it all the time when I'm working on other things. It's also why I like to start on the passenger side, so that way I got it perfected by the time I go over there, where I'm gonna look at it all the time. I could live with that. I like that much better. They're in there doing their job, but they're not gonna end up being a focal point on the truck. So yeah, I'm still not gonna weld it up solid until tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep on it again, but I do like this. I'm gonna go in, see you guys in a week. Hopefully we're not working on these fenders again.